The speculation is over. Dave Roberts has finally addressed the burning question surrounding one of the team's most intriguing talents. In a candid and direct message, he's laid out exactly how he envisions Sasaki's role moving forward, and it's sparking just as much debate as it is excitement. Is this a cautious, long-term approach or a bold plan to unleash him in high-stakes moments? Every word carries weight, hinting at the team's larger strategy and the trust they're placing in his abilities. With the postseason race tightening, this decision could be a defining moment. One thing's certain: Roberts isn't hiding behind vague answers anymore, and the impact of his plan will be felt. Dave Roberts has never been one to sugarcoat things when it comes to his players, and once again, the Dodgers manager delivered an honest, straight-to-the-point message about one of the most talked-about names in baseball right now, Roki Sasaki. The young Japanese pitching sensation has been the subject of endless speculation since arriving in the United States, and every move the Dodgers make with him gets dissected by fans and analysts alike. But now, after weeks of questions, Roberts has given a clear picture of how he sees Sasaki's role moving forward, and it's got everyone talking. Before we dive into Roberts' comments, it's important to understand just how big of a deal Sasaki is. This isn't just another prospect. This is a pitcher who, in Japan, became a household name before he even turned 21. He's the guy who threw a perfect game in Nippon professional baseball while striking out 19 batters. Yes, you heard that right, 19 strikeouts in one game. He's been clock-throwing fastballs in the upper 100s with ease, paired with off-speed pitches that make seasoned hitters look foolish. So when the Dodgers secured him, it wasn't just a signing, it was a seismic move in the baseball world. The hype was immediate. Fans envisioned Sasaki joining the rotation and instantly becoming a frontline ace alongside the likes of Tyler Glasnow and Walker Buehler. But reality, as Roberts explained, is a little more complicated. Sasaki's first year in MLB hasn't exactly been smooth sailing. Between adjusting to a completely new league, different training routines, and now dealing with a significant injury setback, things haven't gone exactly according to the dream script. That's where Roberts stepped in with his latest message, a message that was as much about managing expectations as it was about showing trust in Sasaki's long-term future. Speaking to reporters after practice, Roberts said, "Look, Roki's talent is undeniable. But our job is to make sure we're setting him up for success, not rushing him into situations where he's not fully ready, whether that's physically or mentally. We know what he can do on the mound, but we also know there's a process here." Those words immediately caught attention. They weren't dismissive, but they also made it clear that Sasaki won't simply be thrown into the fire just because fans are eager to see him dominate. Roberts emphasized that the Dodgers are playing the long game with Sasaki, prioritizing his health and gradual adjustment over short-term excitement. This approach might frustrate some fans who want instant results, but in reality it makes perfect sense. The Dodgers have seen too many examples of young pitchers breaking down because they were pushed too hard, too soon. In fact, Roberts even referenced past situations, saying, "We've learned from experience. You can't just hand a guy 200 innings and expect him to adapt without consequences. Roki's workload will be monitored closely. This isn't about this month, it's about the next 10 years. And that's where this gets even more interesting. Sasaki's role for the remainder of the season will not be as a workhorse starter, at least not yet. Roberts hinted strongly that the team could deploy him in shorter outings, spot starts, or even key bullpen situations to ease him into the grind of MLB competition. That's not a demotion, it's actually a strategy designed to keep his arm fresh, let him learn the league, and allow him to build up the durability needed for a full MLB season without jeopardizing his future. Of course, Roberts knows there will be critics. When you sign a pitcher with this much hype, people expect fireworks right away. But he made it clear that the Dodgers aren't here to win headlines, they're here to win championships, and that means making smart, calculated moves with their stars. Fans will get to see plenty of Roki, Roberts said with a smile. Just maybe not in the way they're picturing right now. We're going to do what's best for him and for our team. Sasaki himself has been remarkably composed about the situation, despite the pressure. While some young players might push back against being eased in, he's embraced the Dodgers' plan, saying through his translator that he's focused on becoming the best pitcher he can be in the long run. He's been working closely with the team's pitching coaches, refining his mechanics, studying MLB hitters, and even tweaking his pitch sequencing to adapt to the American game. One insider mentioned that Sasaki has been absorbing everything like a sponge, constantly asking questions and reviewing video. That attitude, combined with his natural talent, is exactly why the Dodgers believe he'll eventually become a cornerstone of their rotation. Still, the curiosity surrounding when Sasaki will finally make his big, full impact is massive. Every time he takes the mound, even in a minor league rehab assignment or bullpen session, there's buzz. Fans track his pitch speeds, dissect his slider movement, and debate on social media whether the Dodgers are being too cautious. And while Roberts didn't give a specific timeline, his tone suggested that the team's vision for Sasaki is crystal clear. They want him healthy, confident, and fully prepared before unleashing him in the way fans have been dreaming about. In a way, this strategy mirrors what the Dodgers have done with other international stars. They've shown patience with players making the leap from different baseball cultures, understanding that success in MLB is about more than raw skill. It's about mental readiness, understanding the travel grind, facing different lineups, and handling the intense media spotlight. Sasaki checks every box when it comes to talent, but Roberts and his staff want to make sure he also checks every box when it comes to longevity. It's worth noting that the Dodgers' rotation this year has been strong enough to give them the luxury of patience. With Glasnow dealing, Buehler finding his form, and youngsters like Bobby Miller stepping up, there's no desperate need to force Sasaki into a heavy role right away. That breathing room allows Roberts to stick to his plan without feeling pressure from the standings. In fact, the team sees Sasaki's gradual integration as a secret weapon they can keep opponents guessing about how and when they'll use him down the stretch, possibly even saving some of his most electric performances for the postseason. Imagine the scenario: it's October, the Dodgers are in a tight playoff series, and suddenly they bring Sasaki out of the bullpen to throw 100 mph gas against hitters who have never faced him before. That element of surprise could be lethal. Roberts didn't explicitly confirm such a plan, but he did say the team was keeping all options open for how to use Sasaki when the games matter most. And if history has taught us anything, it's that the Dodgers usually get these calls right. Whether it's managing Clayton Kershaw's workload, easing Julio Urias into the rotation, or developing Walker Buehler into a postseason hero, this team knows how to build elite arms. Roki Sasaki is next in line, and if Roberts' vision comes to life, Dodgers fans could be watching the birth of another legend, one who could dominate the league for a decade or more. If you're a Dodgers fan or just a baseball lover, this is the kind of storyline that keeps you glued to every update, every hint, every bullpen session video that leaks online. Because deep down, everyone knows Roki Sasaki isn't just here to be good. He's here to be special. And when that day comes, the baseball world will be watching. And hey, if you love staying ahead of the curve on stories like this, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss the next big Dodgers update. This is going to be a season and a career you'll want to follow every step of the way.